Good morning, everyone. I hope y'all are well. We just got back from Costco, and it was one of those trips where going into it, we knew it wasn't going to be fun. It was going to be expensive because we are out of everything. So $550 later, here we are with food that doesn't look like it should equal $550. So I'm going to show y'all what all we got. And if y'all are new here, my husband and I have been on a health, fitness, finance journey for about a year now. And so a lot of our foods, we try and stay as minimally processed as possible while still living comfortably. I'm not making everything from scratch, maybe one day, but that used to be my mentality. It was all or nothing. It was either pasture-raised, organic, from scratch, all that, or it was like Chick-fil-A. So that was my all or nothing. A lot of times it was more on the nothing side than the all side. So this is a lot of convenience things while also being more mindful of what we're eating, at least, and trying to be mindful of not just calories, but the macros, the makeup, the ingredients, and all of that. So I'm gonna show y'all what all we got. Start with some fruits. I saw these, I've never had these before, and the price wasn't bad, they were on sale, but then I realized there was only 4, so I guess these are quite expensive. Pomegranates are supposed to be really high in nitric oxide, which is great for your heart. Blueberries, our 1-year-old is addicted. She would eat this whole thing if we let her. Got some bananas, some grapes. Grapes are in season right now, and our whole family is obsessed. Mandarin oranges, I love these. Some green beans. These are actually for Thanksgiving. This is the week before Thanksgiving that I'm filming this. So I'm gonna make some green beans for Thanksgiving. This cheese is also, we're doing my husband's family for Thanksgiving, and we're also going to be spending some time with my family. So both have requested mac and cheese. So we're gonna shred some cheese and make a homemade, gooey, yummy mac and cheese for them. Also the butter, you need a ton of butter for Thanksgiving. So these were on sale too. So we got 2 of these frozen green beans. I love keeping these on hand just to have like a quick thing. I'll throw this in whatever I'm making. We haven't had these before, but they look like Chick-fil-A chicken nuggets, so I got excited. We usually do the Real Good brand, but I think we've just eaten it so much that we just kind of have gotten sick of them. These are our favorite. So these, like, yes, I could just eat a pineapple or a mango, because the only ingredient in here is pineapple or mango, depending on the flavor. These are just so convenient just to throw in a bag. You know, they don't go bad. I don't have to cut them or anything, so I can take this in the car, diaper bag, whatever. We got 2 of those. Please ignore the dirty crock pot. It's we call that a soaker. It needs to soak for a few days. Then we got this big ol' honker. Not the best to look at, but we actually got this for some homemade dog food. The price is $5.39 a pound, and it's 90/10. Like, that's really not bad for a lean ground beef. No, it's not grass-fed, finished, yada yada. I don't know what all is in this big girl. But for that price, you can't beat it. I got laid off at work. It's November. This was back in May. So we used to be a 2-income household. Now we're not. And we're probably not going to be, because I do love being able to stay at home. We homeschool and everything. So I used to work from home, but now I have all this more time on my hands. That's why I'm making homemade dog food. I was not doing that back in May. I don't know. We need to learn how to get our grocery bill down now that we are 1-income household. We're still working on that. I'm still learning. So this is not a every week or even every month Costco haul. This is a lot. So hopefully a lot of these will last us for a while. And it's also Thanksgiving, so some outliers because of that. Sweet potatoes. I am making a sweet potato casserole for Thanksgiving. And then it's my child screaming. We use these in our dog's food as well. These are one of my absolute favorite lunch proteins. Lunch was always the hardest meal for me. I didn't know what to do, so I'd be like, whatever, I'm just gonna go get Taco Bell. But you know what? I have made burrito bowls with these. I will eat these just plain cold because they're really good. I have made a ramen with this and some bone broth. It's like 50 grams of protein. I actually have a short uploaded with that recipe. I think I also have made this with some of this Japanese barbecue sauce and some of those frozen green beans over there. And then I'll throw some kimchi and like sriracha, and I'll make this kind of Asian inspired dish. I usually eat a bit more than a serving, so I'll do probably like 5 ounces, which is a lot of protein. And there's not a ton of fat in here, so they're not super high in calorie, but definitely high in protein. So these are wonderful. You can be really creative with what you're making. Diced tomatoes. I like to do spaghetti sauce or soup or chili, all sorts of things with this. And these are on sale. So I got suckered into it because they were on sale. But I've heard that this crisp apple one is delicious. So I'm looking forward to getting those cold and trying those. I definitely, if I'm drinking something that's not water, it has to be cold. I'm also making dog food, so that's why I have a little shadow. Lily. All right, another way I got suckered into a sale was this bone broth. I actually have bones in our freezer right now, beef bones, not weird bones. I do have my placenta in my freezer, but that's a story for another day. I feel like bone broth is something that it's so cheap to make at home and it's so easy. I just never do it. I've done it before and I'll make it on the stove, I'll can them, and then I'll use them. I just haven't done it, but I need to. It's on my to-do list. It's been on my to-do list. So. But I do like to have this chicken bone broth as well. I make a ton of stuff with this. I tried not buying it just for keeping our groceries cheaper, but I need it. So convenient. I could make it, but I don't. Another thing that we use all the time are these cocoa aminos. I'm working with a nutrition health practitioner, and I am temporarily gluten and dairy free, just to help with some inflammation that I've had in my gut. I don't think it's something that I'm going to do forever. I don't want to do it forever. I like gluten and I like dairy. I would say the dairy part is a lot harder than the gluten part for me. I don't really eat a ton of gluten, but every now and then I want some like toast and butter, some sourdough and butter, and I can't have either of those right now. And I don't like having things that I like can't have, you know. I do believe in moderation for everything, but this is just a part of like a gut reset kind of thing. And then I will be implementing them back in. But anyways, we're using this a lot instead of, I have like a good fermented soy sauce, but it has wheat in it, so that's gluten. So I've been using this a ton, and honestly, I used to kind of be a hater, but it's really not that bad. If you season your food correctly, I feel like it could be really good. So moving on. Speaking of convenience things, I like to always have one of these Kevin's meals in the freezer. I really like this Hawaiian one. I've added pineapple to this and some chopped green onions, and that was delicious. This was on sale. I got suckered in because of the sale. What is on my finger? I don't know what that is. Anyways, I'm not sure what I'm gonna do with these flavors. I don't know what I'm probably rice. I don't know. But I'm gonna ponder and think about this one and see what I could do, because it sounds good. It sounds very, I don't know, festive. But yeah, on sale. So moving on, I really like these Amy Lou chicken sausages, and you get a ton at Costco. The macros on these are pretty good. So for 3 links, it's 12 grams of protein. So we'll eat these with some eggs. And then I always do collagen in my coffee, and that gets me to like 30 grams of protein for breakfast, that's the number. It's not some magic number, but that's just what I try to stick around for all of my meals, is around 30 grams of protein. Can you hear her screaming? She's having fun, I promise. She's playing with my husband, so who knows? Rough housing up there. This is another one. We really like this turkey bacon, so we'll have these for breakfast. I don't have 1 slice. I have 3, so that is 18 grams of protein. These are higher in calories than these, but they're still good. This, for a pork option, these are super lean and they are very good. They do be good on like a breakfast sandwich. Well, we typically just do meat and eggs for breakfast, so I'll have like 3 slices of this, or 3 of these, or 3 of these, and some eggs. Every now and then we'll do some potatoes. I'll do like a scramble bowl, but these are very low calorie. They are 60 calories, and that's for 3 slices, and you get 10 grams of protein. Also, good ingredients. These don't have the nitrates or any of that funky stuff. My husband is using this for his coffee. We make our own coffee creamer, so he uses this. I am using almond milk because I can't have dairy, but I do miss it. I do love it. It's more creamy, and I definitely I miss it. 2 coconut waters. These are quite overpriced. Not overpriced. They're quite pricey, maybe better, but they are very good. They're good for you. I don't drink them plain. I can't. They just taste like nut juice or something weird. And my husband drinks them, but I'll do like this much water and then like this much coconut water and then some lemon juice. And I'll do that. These have a lot of natural electrolytes in there. So if you're sick or if you just need to work on your hydration, like I apparently always do, this is great. I'm also, I'm a breastfeeding mom. So this is great for milk production. And a lot of people drink like Body Armors and stuff like that. Those just have a lot of sometimes weird ingredients and a lot of sugar. So if you can just stick to something like coconut water and flavor it yourself with lemon or fruit or whatever, that is a better option. We really do try to limit snacks, or else that's probably all we would eat, especially our 4-year-old. She's very, very into snacks and then not eating her meals. So another snack that we all love. This is a little treat for us. Super clean ingredients, and they are quite low calorie. You can get 9 pieces for 140 calories, and they are just really good. They're very crispy. They're very messy, but they're very good. Also, we were almost out of paprika, so super exciting. I got that. Some Rotel. I love that they have the organic one. I do try to stick to organic, especially when it's like the Dirty Dozen. Tomatoes are on the Dirty Dozen. So I use this in soups and chilies. I'll make like a chicken tortilla soup and use this, or chili, I always use this. So good stuff. Then we got some apples. I got 2. We love our apples over here, but I am also making apple pie for Thanksgiving. So that is it, y'all. That is over $500. This should have taken me a lot longer than it did. He's still waiting, but I just wanted to say we don't have any meat here, which is shocking with how pricey it all was. But we get most of our meat, our beef we get from like a local farm that is at our local farmers market. And our chicken, we used to buy the chicken at Costco, the organic chicken breast from Costco, but I've been like, it's been stringy. Like you would cut it and it would just kind of like shred apart as it's raw, not when it's cooked. So we've been buying chicken from Azure Standard. I think of it as like a Costco and a Thrive Market combined. Instead of it coming to your house, you go and you pick it up locally. So it's like a once a month kind of thing. I'm gonna get started on this dog food before Lily loses it up there. She's just so sad. All right, y'all, that is it. Thank you guys for hanging out and going through my lovely overpriced grocery haul with me. I would love for you guys to stick around, subscribe, comment any questions you guys have with, you know, what do you use this for? How do I cook this? Blah, blah, blah. I'd love to chat with you guys. All right, see you on the next one. Bye.